Blue Star 511, taxiing to runway 06. November 991, taxiing to runway 36. Big Jet 841, taxiing to runway 12. Starboard 734, increasing speed. Scramjet 819, increasing speed. November 991, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Flight 712, increasing speed. Big Jet 841, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Starboard 734, taxi across, runway 12. Scramjet 819, taxi across, runway 06. Starboard 589, 360 right. Budget 713, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 477, increasing speed. Starboard 589, increasing speed. Blue Star 511, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 462, increasing speed. Blue Star 477, taxi across, runway 12. Starboard 468, increasing speed. Starboard 734, requesting taxi. Starboard 734, taxiing to runway 12. Scramjet 819, requesting taxi. Scramjet 819, taxiing to runway 12. Starboard 589, taxi across, runway 06. Scramjet 468, increasing speed. Budget 462, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 462, will hold short, runway 12. November 778, increasing speed. Starboard 468, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 713, requesting taxi. Budget 713, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 462, taxi across, runway 12. Starboard 734, line up, runway 12. Starboard 734, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Scramjet 819, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Starboard 734, left turn. Blue Star 477, requesting taxi. Blue Star 477, taxiing to runway 06. Scramjet 819, left turn. Scramjet 468, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 411, increasing speed. Starboard 468, requesting taxi. Budget 713, line up, runway 06. Starboard 468, taxiing to runway 06. Big Jet 535, taxi across, runway 06. Budget 713, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starboard 266, increasing speed. Starboard 589, requesting taxi. Starboard 589, taxiing to runway 12. Big Jet 489, increasing speed. Budget 462, requesting taxi. Blue Star 477, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starboard 468, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 462, taxiing to runway 12. Budget 411, taxi across, runway 06. Scramjet 468, requesting taxi. November 65 Yankee, increasing speed. Starboard 266, taxi across, runway 12. Scramjet 468, taxiing to runway 06. Starboard 589, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big Jet 489, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 362, increasing speed. Blue Star 477, right turn. Starboard 468, right turn. Scramjet 462, increasing speed. Scramjet 468, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 462, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big Jet 151, increasing speed. Big Jet 525, requesting taxi. November 778, requesting taxi. Big Jet 525, taxiing to runway 12. November 778, taxiing to runway 36. November 778, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Budget 362, taxi across, runway 06. Scramjet 262, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 411, requesting taxi. Budget 411, taxiing to runway 12. Takejet 525, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Starburst 266, requesting taxi. Starburst 266, taxiing to runway 06. Takejet 861, increasing speed. Takejet 489, requesting taxi. November 554, increasing speed. Takejet 489, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 654, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 411, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Takejet 151, taxi across, runway 06. Scramjet 262, requesting taxi. Takejet 861, taxi across, runway 12. Scramjet 862, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 511, increasing speed. Budget 362, requesting taxi. Budget 362, taxiing to runway 12. November 65 Yankee, requesting taxi. November 65 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. Budget 411, left turn. Takejet 489, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 266, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 65 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Blue Star 511, taxi across, runway 12. Takejet 489, left turn. Budget 362, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Takejet 861, requesting taxi. Takejet 861, taxiing to runway 06. Starburst 266, left turn. Starburst 266, left turn. Scramjet 262, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Blue Star 654, requesting taxi. Blue Star 654, taxiing to runway 12. November 476, increasing speed. Starburst 734, requesting taxi. Starburst 734, taxiing to runway 06. Takejet 151, requesting taxi. Budget 713, taxi across, runway 12. Takejet 151, taxiing to runway 12. Scramjet 819, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 654, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Scramjet 262, left turn. Takejet 861, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 476, 360 left. Blue Star 511, requesting taxi. Blue Star 511, taxiing to runway 12. Scramjet 468, increasing speed. Takejet 551, taxi across, runway 12. November 554, requesting taxi. November 554, taxiing to runway 36. Takejet 861, right turn. Starburst 734, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 554, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Starburst 266, increasing speed. Scramjet 819, requesting taxi. Scramjet 819, taxiing to runway 06. Takejet 151, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Blue Star 511, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Starburst 734, right turn. Takejet 489, reducing speed. Scramjet 468, requesting taxi. Scramjet 468, taxiing to runway 06. November 44 Yankee, increasing speed. Takejet 151, right turn. Blue Star 511, right turn. Takejet 551, requesting taxi. Blue Star 511, right turn. Budget 362, increasing speed. Takejet 551, taxiing to runway 06. Scramjet 819, line on runway 06. Scramjet 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Takejet 525, requesting taxi. Takejet 525, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 156, budget 713, requesting taxi. Budget 713, taxiing to runway 12. Budget 362, taxi across, runway 12. Starburst 114, increasing speed. Starburst 266, requesting taxi. Scramjet 468, line on runway 06. Starburst 266, taxiing to runway 06. November 476, requesting taxi. Scramjet 468, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 476, taxiing to runway 36. November 476, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Big Jet 551, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 156, taxi across, runway 12. Starburst 114, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 654, increasing speed. November 32 Yankee, increasing speed. Flight Jet 713, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big Jet 489, requesting taxi. Big Jet 551, left turn. Big Jet 489, taxiing to runway 06. Land Jet 452, increasing speed. Budget 819, increasing speed. Big Jet 525, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 713, left turn. Budget 362, requesting taxi. Blue Star 156, requesting taxi. Blue Star 654, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 362, taxi to runway 12. Blue Star 156, taxi to runway 06. Starburst 266, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 44 Yankee, requesting taxi. Big Jet 489, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 44 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. November 44 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Big Jet 841, increasing speed. Land Jet 452, taxi across, runway 12. Starburst 266, left turn. Starburst 114, requesting taxi. Starburst 114, taxi to runway 12. Starburst 589, increasing speed. Big Jet 489, left turn. Blue Star 156, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 362, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Budget 819, requesting taxi. Budget 819, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 654, requesting taxi. Blue Star 654, taxiing to runway 06. November 322, increasing speed. Blue Star 477, increasing speed. Starburst 114, clear for takeoff, runway 12. November 32 Yankee, requesting taxi. Budget 362, left turn. November 32 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. Land Jet 452, requesting taxi. Starburst 589, taxi across, runway 06. Land Jet 452, taxiing to runway 06. November 322, 360 left. Blue Star 239, increasing speed. Starburst 114, left turn. November 32 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Blue Star 477, taxi across, runway 12. Big Jet 841, requesting taxi. Budget 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big Jet 841, taxiing to runway 06. Starburst 266, increasing speed. Starburst 468, taxi across, runway 06. Blue Star 654, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Land Jet 452, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 819, right turn. Blue Star 239, taxi across, runway 06. November 991, increasing speed. Main Star 185, increasing speed. Starburst 266, taxi across, runway 06. Land Jet 452, left turn. Starburst 589, requesting taxi. Blue Star 477, requesting taxi. Starburst 589, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 477, taxiing to runway 06. Slam Jet 262, increasing speed. Big Jet 841, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 589, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Budget 245, increasing speed. Slam Jet 262, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 239, requesting taxi. November 322, requesting taxi. Blue Star 239, taxiing to runway 06. Starburst 468, requesting taxi. November 322, taxiing to runway 36. November 322, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Starburst 468, taxiing to runway 12. Starburst 114, increasing speed. Starburst 266, requesting taxi. Blue Star 477, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 266, taxi to runway 06. Blue Star 239, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 245, taxi across, runway 12. Starburst 114, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 654, increasing speed. Blue Star 185, requesting taxi. Blue Star 477, left turn. Slam jet 262, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, taxiing to runway 06. Slam jet 262, taxiing to runway 06. Starboard 468, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Budget 362, requesting taxi. Slam jet 452, increasing speed. November 991, requesting taxi. November 991, taxiing to runway 36. Budget 362, taxiing to runway 06. Starboard 266, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starboard 468, left turn. Budget 245, requesting taxi. November 991, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Budget 245, taxiing to runway 06. Slam jet 819, increasing speed. Blue Star 654, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 185, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Slam jet 262, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 362, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 185, left turn. Starburst 114, requesting taxi. Starburst 114, taxiing to runway 06. Slam jet 819, increasing speed. Slam jet 452, taxi across, runway 06. November 65 Yankee, increasing speed. Slam jet 819, requesting taxi. Slam jet 819, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 245, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 713, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 462, increasing speed. Blue Star 654, requesting taxi. Blue Star 654, taxiing to runway 06. Slam jet 819, taxi across, runway 06. Slam jet 468, increasing speed. Budget 411, increasing speed. Starburst 114, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 654, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 713, requesting taxi. November 778, requesting taxi. Budget 713, taxiing to runway 12. November 778, taxiing to runway 36. November 778, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Slam jet 452, requesting taxi. Slam jet 452, taxiing to runway 12. Slam jet 468, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 411, taxi across, runway 12. Slam jet 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 554, increasing speed. Blue Star 654, right turn. Blue Star 654, right turn. Blue Star 185, increasing speed. Slam jet 322, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 462, requesting taxi. Budget 362, increasing speed. Slam jet 819, requesting taxi. Slam jet 819, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 462, taxiing to runway 06. Slam jet 452, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Slam jet 262, increasing speed. Budget 713, clear for takeoff, runway 12. November 65 Yankee, requesting taxi. Slam jet 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 65 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. November 65 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Slam jet 322, requesting taxi. Budget 462, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Slam jet 322, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 411, requesting taxi. Budget 411, taxiing to runway 12. Slam jet 468, requesting taxi. Budget 245, increasing speed. Slam jet 468, taxiing to runway 12. Budget 362, taxi across, runway 12. Slam jet 819, right turn. Starburst 114, increasing speed. November 476, increasing speed. Jet 861, increasing speed. Blue Star 185, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, taxiing to runway 06. Slam jet 322, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Slam jet 262, requesting taxi. Slam jet 262, taxiing to runway 06. Starburst 114, taxi across, runway 12. Starburst 734, increasing speed. Budget 245, taxi across, runway 06. Budget 362, requesting taxi. Slam jet 468, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Budget 411, clear for takeoff, runway 12. November 554, requesting taxi. Taxi across, runway 12. November 554, taxiing to runway 36. November 554, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Budget 362, taxiing to runway 06. Starboard 734, taxi across, runway 06. Blue Star 185, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Flash at 262, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 114, requesting taxi. Starburst 589, increasing speed. Starburst 114, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 185, left turn. Slam jet 819, increasing speed. Slam jet 262, left turn. Budget 245, requesting taxi. November 44 Yankee, increasing speed. Budget 245, taxiing to runway 12. Big jet 861, requesting taxi. Budget 362, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starburst 114, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big jet 861, taxiing to runway 12. Big jet 841, taxi across, runway 06. Starburst 589, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 462, increasing speed. Jet 819, taxi across, runway 12. Big jet 525, increasing speed. November 476, requesting taxi. November 476, taxiing to runway 36. Starburst 734, requesting taxi. Starburst 734, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 245, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big jet 861, clear for takeoff, runway 12. November 476, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Blue Star 185, increasing speed. Budget 462, taxi across, runway 06. Starburst 734, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big jet 489, increasing speed. Big jet 841, requesting taxi. Big jet 841, taxiing to runway 12. Big jet 861, left turn. Big jet 525, taxi across, runway 12. November 32 Yankee, increasing speed. Starburst 589, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, taxi across, runway 12. Starburst 589, taxiing to runway 12. Big jet 841, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Blue Star 185, will hold short, runway 12. Jet 819, requesting taxi. Jet 819, taxiing to runway 06. November 44 Yankee, requesting taxi. Blue Star 156, increasing speed. November 44 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36. November 32 Yankee, 360 left. November 44 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Big jet 841, left turn. Blue Star 185, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 462, requesting taxi. Big jet 489, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 462, taxiing to runway 06. Slam jet 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 245, increasing speed. Budget 411, requesting taxi. Budget 411, taxiing to runway 06. Big jet 525, requesting taxi. Slam jet 819, right turn. Starburst 114, increasing speed. Big jet 525, taxiing to runway 06. Big jet 861, increasing speed. Starburst 589, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Starburst 589, line up, runway 12. Starburst 589, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Budget 411, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 245, taxi across, runway 06. November 322, increasing speed. Blue Star 156, requesting taxi. Blue Star 156, taxiing runway 06. Budget 462, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Big jet 489, requesting taxi. Big jet 489, taxiing to runway 12. Big jet 861, taxi across, runway 12. Starburst 589, left turn. Starburst 734, increasing speed. Blue Star 185, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, taxiing to runway 12. Big jet 525, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Slam jet 819, increasing speed. Starburst 114, requesting taxi. November 32 Yankee, requesting taxi. Starburst 114, taxiing to runway 06. budget 713, increasing speed. November 32 Yankee, taxiing to runway 36, budget 245, requesting taxi. November 32 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Blue Star 156, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 245, taxiing to runway 12. Big Jet 489, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Lands at 819, increasing speed. November 991, increasing speed. Budget 713, taxi across, runway 12. Big Jet 551, increasing speed. Big Jet 861, requesting taxi. Big Jet 861, taxiing to runway 06. Starboard 734, requesting taxi. Starboard 114, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Starboard 734, taxiing to runway 06. Blue Star 185, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Lands at 819, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 462, increasing speed. Big Jet 551, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 245, clear for takeoff, runway 12. November 322, requesting taxi. November 322, taxiing to runway 36. Lands at 819, requesting taxi. November 322, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Lands at 819, taxiing to runway 06. Big Jet 565, increasing speed. Big Jet 861, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 462, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 713, requesting taxi. Big Jet 861, left turn. Lands at 819, requesting taxi. Big Jet 525, taxi across, runway 12. Blue Star 185, increasing speed. Lands at 819, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 713, taxiing to runway 12. November 778, increasing speed. Budget 362, increasing speed. November 991, requesting taxi. Starboard 734, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 462, requesting taxi. Lands at 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 462, taxi to runway 06. November 991, taxi to runway 36. Big Jet 551, requesting taxi. Big Jet 551, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 156, increasing speed. Blue Star 185, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 362, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 411, requesting taxi. Budget 411, taxiing to runway 06. Big Jet 151, increasing speed. November 991, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Lands at 819, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Budget 462, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 156, taxi across, runway 12. Big Jet 525, requesting taxi. Budget 713, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big Jet 525, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 245, increasing speed. November 65 Yankee, increasing speed. Big Jet 551, clear for takeoff, runway 12. Big Jet 861, increasing speed. Budget 411, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 185, requesting taxi. Blue Star 185, taxiing to runway 06. Big Jet 151, taxi across, runway 12. Budget 362, requesting taxi. Lands at 452, increasing speed. Budget 362, taxiing to runway 12. Blue Star 156, requesting taxi. Blue Star 156, taxiing to runway 06. Big Jet 525, clear for takeoff, runway 06. November 778, requesting taxi. November 778, taxiing to runway 36. November 778, clear for takeoff, runway 36. Big Jet 841, increasing speed. Budget 245, requesting taxi. Budget 245, taxiing to runway 06. Starboard 589, increasing speed. Blue Star 185, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 156, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Blue Star 477, increasing speed. Starboard 589, taxi across, runway 12. Big Jet 861, requesting taxi. November 554, increasing speed. Big Jet 861, taxiing to runway 06. Budget 245, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Take jet 841, taxi across runway 06. Land at 452, requesting taxi.